104.5 The Team, your home for New York sports. There'll be history tonight as Kobe Bryant will have 2 numbers retired. And we have a great guest for this because Roland Lazenby, just his book, Showboat, The Life of Kobe Bryant's out. And perfect guy to talk about it. Roland, have you ever heard of a guy having 2 numbers retired in the NBA before?
Well, Kobe has been unique in a lot of ways. And I think there's actually another player who had 2 numbers retired with the Lakers. At least that's the rumor. But no, I had not heard of it until the news was announced that would happen with Kobe.
Roland, when you look at Kobe overall, like you said, he's unique in a lot of ways. He was always, in my lifetime, I'm in my 40s now. It was always who's the greatest, him or Jordan. Now it's Jordan or LeBron. Are people leaving Kobe out of that conversation at their own defeat?
Well, they are, and I think that, Michael has seen that himself. Once a player retires, you're sort of at the mercy of the current crowd. And, of course, LeBron is playing now and playing extremely well. So it's it's just the way it goes. Players are lucky to inhabit the ages they inhabit. All bets are off once they retire.
Roland Lazenby with us right now, author of Showboat, The Life of Kobe Bryant. Roland, when you think about the off-the-court stuff with Kobe sometimes, and nowadays in the current climate where politically correct is the only way to be, do you think he could have survived the turmoil that he actually did survive during his playing career?
Well, Kobe learned some brutal lessons, and he did himself tremendous harm. Now, let's face it, Kobe Bryant did this to himself. It wasn't just the incident in Colorado, although that was enough. He removed his family from his life on the eve of the 2001 playoffs. He went on to get rid of his shoe company, to get rid of his agent, to get rid of Phil Jackson and Shaquille O'Neal. It's like Sonny Vaccaro, the shoe magnate, told me. Kobe was like the Russians with the Romanovs. He got rid of everybody. And then he had the incident in Colorado. He literally almost wrecked his career, sort of like Tiger Woods. But Kobe had the will, and he also had some good luck to come back from the damage he did to himself. And so, in a way, he rebuilt his career, which is remarkable in its own right.
Roland, Lazenby, the book is Showboat, The Life of Kobe Bryant. You've also written about Michael Jordan. When you look at the two of them, how do you compare them, if you can?
Well, Tex Winter, who coached both men and was my dear friend, he's now incapacitated with a stroke. But Tex and the Lakers coaching staff would talk about it a lot. And I used to talk with Tex about it a lot. Michael was a little more physical in the post. His hands were a little larger. They both were just unbelievable in their mental drive to win, their ability to execute plays, to be showmen. At the end of his freshman year, Michael hit that great shot for the University of North Carolina to win a championship. At the end of Kobe's freshman year, he was in the NBA and shot those air balls against Utah. He had to come back from that, which, Sonny Vaccaro again said, no one else on the planet but Kobe Bryant at 18 could have come back from that. They are both two great, great competitors.
And it's you've done the research on both, and there's always that age-old debate: is Phil Jackson one of the greatest coaches of all time, or was he just blessed to have great players? Where do you fall on that?
Oh, he and Tex Winter were tremendous coaches. I coached myself, and they were a coaching clinic for me. Now, as a general manager, Phil had some great issues, obviously, in New York, but his part of the organization still found some pretty good players with Kristaps Porzingis and some of those other guys they've brought in. So, but as a coach, you can't argue with 11 rings. It's hard to do. And, those great players, the amount of work they had to do to get Kobe and Michael Jordan to go easy, a little easier on their teammates. It's like Tex Winter said, it was a battle every game night. They were walking a tightrope because a guy like Kobe or a guy like Michael Jordan have all this individual talent, and trying to get them to pull into the team format that was the other big thing Tex Winter said. Michael had 3 years at the University of North Carolina. Kobe was a high school kid playing with that, those high test weapons. So it's it's an amazing parallel between the two.
Roland Lazenby with us right now. The book is called Showboat, The Life of Kobe Bryant. So, Roland, was there anything while you're doing the research and putting the book together that just kind of blew your mind that you were unaware of about Kobe Bryant?
Oh, tons of things. The whole narrative changes. Everyone assumed Kobe was this rich, spoiled kid who was demanding to go to the Lakers, who was brash enough to want to go to the NBA. Kobe went to the NBA because his parents, no one knew this at the time, but they badly needed money. And Adidas with Sonny Vaccaro offered Kobe millions to turn pro. In the spring of his senior year of high school, Kobe Bryant looked at Sonny Vaccaro and said, "Mr. Vaccaro, is there any way I can go to college and my parents can have this money?" And so we thought Kobe Bryant's this guy demanding to go to the Lakers. He didn't care if he played on the moon as long as they threw the ball up. It was a matter of Adidas arranging all of the Laker connection. But all of those moves, while beneficial in many ways to Kobe, also created a public relations nightmare for him. And he's never complained about it, but he knows the truth that he was just a guy who wanted to play basketball.
It's funny when you say, like, his parents, needed the money, so he had to go to the pros. It's weird that I'm almost thinking of the guy who just went to the Lakers this year, and Lonzo Ball. Do you see any correlation between the two guys?
No, Lonzo Ball has got his own thing to do. His father is a very proactive father. Kobe's father was Joe Jelly Bean Bryant, another proactive father. So there's a comparison there, perhaps. But I think Lonzo Ball's father takes a much higher profile. But when it all comes down to it, it's like Kobe said the other day. Lonzo's got to play. He's got to get better. It is, if you want to be a star in the NBA, I think Kobe Bryant's record sets this clear. It is a multiple hour a day job. Kobe Bryant worked his way to the top. And it was grinding stuff. And, that's just what Lonzo Ball has to do. He's got a lot of work to do.
Roland Lazenby with us now. Before I let you go, now I can hear an ultimate respect for Kobe in your voice. But as you're going through this process of putting the book together and everything, did you become more of a fan of his, less of a fan of his? Like, what was your overwhelming take on Kobe when you were all done?
I've always had great respect for Kobe. I think he has driven the agenda even as a kid. He really wasn't focused on the money in any way, but life is life. Everybody has their issues, and I think these great competitors like Kobe and Michael, they're tremendous forces, not just in the game, but culturally as well. And so I respect him. I wouldn't have written a 550-page book about Kobe if there wasn't a lot of respect for the things he accomplished and the way he accomplished them.
His name is Roland Lazenby. The book is Showboat, The Life of Kobe Bryant. I see it available just about everywhere. Target, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, you name it. You got a Laker fan in your life or just somebody who loves hoops. Great stocking stuffer for him. Roland, we appreciate your time.
You guys are great. Thank you so much, and happy holidays.